Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Ann Turnbull. Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Ann Turnbull, and I am coming to you live from Nairobi in Kenya. I just last night, so I'm on a different time zone again, which is getting used to it. So we are here to do day 12 today. If you are joining me live, put a number 1 in the chat. This has been a really, really exciting and great social media run. I'm learning a lot. Don't worry if you're a little bit behind, if you're getting caught up, it's fine. All right, just do bit by bit, day by day, and you will find that you will get caught up, you will be learning, you will be growing. So don't worry if you're a little bit behind, just stay the course and keep going, okay? Hey Song, nice to see you, nice to see you. Alrighty, so today we're going to be talking about asking the question, all right? And I want to just go over a few things quickly. So really there's 5 stages of building your business on social media, okay? The first stage is unaware. People are not aware of you or what you do, all right? Stage 2 is awareness. Now people are actually getting to know who you are. They didn't know who you were before. Now they're aware of you. They're aware of who you are. This is also the stage, we always say in business that people do business with people they know, like, and trust. So this is the stage that you can start having people knowing, liking, and trusting you as well with your content, your stories, and how you show up on social media. Now, the third stage is that we need to let people know that they have a problem or they have some pain. Okay, people need to be aware that they actually have a pain or have problems. And so you can create that awareness through your own content once again. Okay, so through creating content, you can make people aware that yes, maybe they do have something they need to solve. So that's the third stage, the pain or the problem awareness. The fourth stage in 5 stages of building your business on social media is awareness that there is a solution. And once again, you can create content that brings awareness to having a solution for that pain or problem. The 5th stage is knowing why it's you who has that solution for the pain or the problem. Okay, so that is another thing that you want to be doing in creating your content, why you are the best answer for their pain and problem and giving them a solution. Okay, so those are the stages you want to be conscious of as you're creating content on social media, as you're showing up on social media. Building awareness, which includes know, like, and trust. Having people be aware that they may have a pain or a problem, having people be aware that there is a solution for that pain or problem, and then why you should be the answer for that solution, why you should be the one to provide that solution to them, okay? So those are some steps to building in your social media business. Now, you want to convey the feeling of relatability, okay? You want to be so relatable. You want the main thing that people should be thinking about, or the feeling they should get when they're watching your content, when they're watching you on social media, is that, wow, if she can do that, I can do it. Okay, or he can do it, I can do it. So you want it to be very, very relatable. You want people to be thinking, oh my gosh, she totally gets me, right? That's what you want people to be thinking as you are creating your content on social media. And remember, you're attracting your tribe, right? The people that like you will like you. They may not like me, they may not like someone else, but you're going to be attracting people that like you. Okay, so that's what you want to have people be feeling. And really, we always talk about building relationships in our business, right? And you need to be interested in others in order to build those relationships. We always say, if you had a choice of being interesting or interested, you need to choose interested. You want to be interested in others. Don't focus all your time on being the interesting one. And so this assignment for this week is going to be about asking people a question, doing a survey. Okay, and here's how it's going to go. So You're going to be asking your friends and followers on social media a question relating to your product or your business. All right. Now, this is not a post you're going to make on your public social media feed. This is going to be something you're going to ask people individually, okay, specifically with their name. So it might be something like this. Hey, Mary, you're sending a message to them in Messenger or on Instagram or whichever social media platform you're looking at. Hey, Mary, I'm asking all my friends and followers on social media if they can help me with a very simple one-question survey. Can you help me with this? All right, or something along those lines. All right, I will type the little bit of the blurb into the video description as well, so you'll have it there. Okay, and then about 20% of them will say yes, they can help. All right, now when they say yes, they can help, don't ask them the question in the first message. When they say sure, I'll answer, then send them the question. Okay, then send them the question. Now, your survey question is going to be something related to your product or business. It should either be a yes or no question, a yes or no answer, or a one-word answer, a this or that question, or a one-word answer. So let me give you some examples, okay? An example of a yes or no question could be, for example, do you have a goal to lose weight this year? Okay, that could be an example. Another example could be, do you have a goal to earn more income this year? So those are two questions that would apply very well to our business. Another question might be, which part of the day do you struggle with your energy the most, the morning or the afternoon? Right? That could be a question. And then when they answer the question, okay, just say thank you and leave it. Do not come back to them with anything else. Give it about 24 hours, okay? Or maybe later that night or, but the next day, don't do it immediately, okay? But later that night or the next day, come to them and now you're going to ask the question. Now remember, asking the question means asking a question if they are open to taking a look at information, okay, about our products or our business. So how would the question go? Okay, so now you first sent them a message, hey, would you be open to helping me with a one-question survey? When they say yes, you now send them the survey. It might be something like, do you have a goal to make more income in 2023? Okay, and when they answer the question, yes or no, you just say thank you. If they say no, you just say thank you and you leave it at that. But if they answer the question in a way that you know could open up opportunities for our business, now you're going to wait about 24 hours and you're going to go back to them. And you're going to say something like this, okay? Hey, Mary, I just wanted to say thank you so much for your help with the survey yesterday. I really appreciate it. Quick question. Are you open to taking a look at something that has really helped me with extra income? No worries if not. I just thought I would ask. Okay, so you're going to ask them a question. Are you open to taking a look? No worries if not. I just thought I would ask. Okay, so I hope we all get the sequence. We're going to send a private message to friends or followers with, can you help me with the one question survey? We're going to call them by name so they know it's not a broadcast message of any kind. Okay, then when they reply, you're now going to send them the question. You can make up your own question, something relating to our products or our business. The question should be simple and require a one-word answer, either yes or no, or it's a this or that question. So for my example of which part of the day do you struggle most with energy, mornings or afternoons, they could reply and say afternoons or mornings or none, my energy is great. Right? If they say my energy is great, fantastic, just leave it alone. If they say mornings or afternoons, then 24 hours later, you go back and you ask them a question if they're open to taking a look. So, hey, thanks so much for completing the survey. I really appreciate it. Just curious, would you be open to taking a look at a product that I've been using that has really helped me with my energy? No worries if not. Just thought I would ask. Okay, that's it, as simple as that. Now remember, only about 20% of the people that you ask if they would be open to taking a look at a survey or open at completing the survey for you will respond. So your challenge, now remember on Tuesdays, I've got to think of a good name. If you can think of a good name for the Tuesday challenge, because the Tuesday challenge is going to be a take it up a notch challenge, okay? You're going to have three levels of challenge you can accept, and you have the full week to complete the 3 levels. So level 1 is you reach out to 50 people, okay? You're just asking 50 people if they would take a survey. Whether they respond yes or no, either way is fine. You're reaching out to 50. Okay, level 2 is 100. Okay, you're reaching out to 100 people, any friends or followers on social media. 100 people, okay, asking if they would be willing to help you with the 1 question survey. And number 3, level 3 is 250 people. Remember, you have from today until the end of the weekend to get this 3 levels of challenge done. So if you're going to accept level 1 challenge, which is messaging 50 people if they're willing to help you with a survey, level 2, which is messaging 100 people, or level 3, 250 people, tell me which one you're going to accept by putting number 1, 2, or 3 into the chat. Okay, put a 1, 2, or 3 into the chat. Now, what's really important as you're doing this survey assignment, okay, you want to use a process, okay, called DPL. DPL, okay? So D is get the data, right? Have them answer the question and write it down, okay? So they're going to answer the question, yes, I want more income, or yes, I want to lose weight, or yes, I want more energy in the mornings, whatever it is, whatever question you've designed, you're picking the question. Okay, so you're going to get the data and you're going to note it down. Now, DPL, the P is for paper. Write it down somewhere. Okay, you can write it on paper. If you prefer doing it electronically, it's also fine. Whatever way you choose, make sure you write it down. You record a list of who has answered the question and what their answer was. And then the L in DPL is later you're going to message them about, hey, are you open to taking a look? Okay. All right. Wow. Oh my gosh. Look at some of you. Dorcas, number 3. I love it. Wow. Rose, number 2. Fantastic. A lot of you are accepting the challenge at level 1. That's amazing. Good for you. Oh my gosh. Oyen, you're doing 3. I love it. Powerhouses. We've got some heavy hitters on the call today. I have not been doing so well with this challenge myself, I must say. I need to do a little bit better at it. But some of the challenges, you know, one of the things you'll notice in this social media program is that some of the challenges will be really fantastic for you, and some of them won't really work for you, and that's fine. Note what works and use it. So one of the challenges that I loved was the Happy New Year's message, and, you know, are you open to connecting so that we can, you know, work together to make more impact in 2023, or I'd love to know about your goals and see how I can help you. I loved that challenge. I've done hundreds and hundreds of people, and I still have more to go. I want to do it with everyone in one of my social media platforms, and I find that really works for me. So you have to just see what's working for you and how it goes, okay? Don't worry if one is working better than another, just note it, and maybe that's better for you. Now, one thing that a few people have had questions about, even me, I got some clarity in our program on this, is that when we are tracking our results, okay, when we're tracking our results, we're tracking a couple of areas. We're tracking grow your list, and we're tracking ask the question. If you look at the trackers in the Facebook page, they're under files. If you go to the top of our Facebook page and you click on files, you'll see those trackers there. Okay, you can devise whatever tracking system you want. If you want to track something else, you can. For me, I'm tracking a few extra things. I'm tracking how many content pieces I've posted on my public pages on my various social media platforms. I'm tracking a few things. I'm tracking my bingo moments, my aha moments. I'm tracking my wins of the week. Okay, so I'm tracking those things as well because that will be helpful for me. So on the grow your list, okay, you want to count the grow your list when you actually have a response. So it can happen in 3 different ways. So grow your list means you're reaching out to people on social media. So it could happen this way. It could be that you did a find ad message, okay? You did find ad message to someone, whatever platform it is, and they accepted your request to connect. They accepted your friend request, or they accepted your connection request. When they accept is when you count them in the grow your list tracking, not when you send the message, okay? When they accept. So you can actually take a look. If you go to your Facebook and you click on friends, you can actually sort them by recently added. So for me, what I'm doing is once a week, I'm going into my Facebook, for example, I'm clicking on friends, I'm clicking on recently added, and I'm seeing how many people have been added in the last week. And that's how I track my grow your list on my Facebook. And then the other way that grow your list can happen is if somebody sends you a friend request themselves because they saw something in your content and they liked it, okay, and you accept their request, then that is counted as grow your list as well. And then let's say someone follows you on Instagram, okay, you have a new follower on Instagram, you can also check that as well. And then you message them to thank them and maybe ask them a question, okay, and then they respond. When they respond is when you count them as added to your list. Okay, so you want to actually be connecting with people. Remember that one of the ways that you are using your find ad message is you're finding people, telling them how you found them, and adding them as a friend, and then asking them a question. Okay, so usually it's a question relating to how you found them, or for example, I've joined a women's group on Facebook. I've never joined groups before. I've never prospected on Facebook before, but I've joined a women's group. And usually when I'm messaging people, I will ask them a question relating to the women's group. Like, for example, I might say something like, I love connecting with inspirational and fabulous women. Do you follow any other groups that you enjoy? Okay, something like that. Okay, so that's just a question. That's nothing to do with our business. It's a question to them so that they respond. And then we usually start chatting a bit back and forth. So I'm using Facebook groups as a way to expand my reach outside of my normal comfort zone, outside of my normal people that I might find. Okay, so that's the clarity on tracking for grow your list. And then the clarity of tracking for asking the question. Okay, so asking the question is not asking a question. A question is, oh, do you know any other groups I should follow? That's a question. But asking the question, or popping the question, if you like that better, is when you're actually asking a question relating to if they are open to taking a look at your product or business, okay? And that's the way that you track that is once they have said, yes, they are open, and you now send them a tool. Okay, you send them a video, you send them a presentation, you send them a Zoom invitation, and they've accepted. Okay, so you add them to your list for asking the question once they have agreed that they will take a look and you have sent them something to look at. Okay, that's when you add them to your list. Now, one thing that has been a big bingo moment for me, a big aha moment for me, and maybe for some of you, is that you really want to focus on adding people all the time. Okay, so we had our challenge about adding 5 new people every day at minimum. Find ad message 5 new people every day, reaching out at least to 5 new people. And you want to keep growing your Facebook, your Instagram, your social media accounts outside of other Max associates, because we tend to like and comment on each other's posts. That's fine, but that means that Facebook, for example, is going to see, oh, that's the kind of people that you like to follow. And so pretty soon, all you're going to see is other Max associates, and all they're going to see is Max associates. So you need to be interacting, which means engaging by commenting, okay, sending friend requests on people that are outside of the Max family, not people that are inside of the Max family as much. Okay, so that's a big switch for many of us, but I would really encourage you to do this. Now, there's one great process that I got out of this training for us for today, and it's really going to help me structure my day. So I'm going to share it with you to see if it will also help you. And this is the suggested order of activity. So I know perhaps some of us may be a little bit overwhelmed with all of this social media activity, and for me, I'm finding it's new. It's a little bit overwhelming at times. But what Fraser has suggested is that when you wake up, okay, before you start responding to team members or other, your WhatsApp messages or doing anything else, you focus on your social media activities to grow your business. And what does that look like? This is the order, okay? So for me, for example, I've just set my day. I want to start exercising now that I'm back in Kenya, and I'm going to start my day once I get to my desk of having an hour of my social media focused activities, okay? And here's how the order will go. And I'll write this into the video as well. Okay, so the first thing is commenting on your hot prospects, commenting on in groups, okay, or on other people's Instagram posts. So commenting on people that you would love to be connected with, not Max associates, okay? Now that's number, and just remember, always set your timer for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, and just comment as much as you can. If there are Facebook groups you're now following, go in there and make comments. Then put another 10 minutes or set yourself a target of at least 5 people a day and do your find ad message. Okay, connect with at least 5 people new every day. Send out those requests, find ad message, or you can set an amount of people that you want to take. Okay. Then the third thing is, after you've done your commenting, you've done your find ad message, your new connection requests, now you want to spend some time on asking the question. Okay, that means inviting people to take a look at what we have. So you need to make sure you're asking the question every day, because if you're not asking the question, you'll never grow. And then your next order of business is following up. So following up on the people that you've spoken to before, either sent a tool, or maybe you're continuing a conversation that you started yesterday or the day before. And then the last piece of that, number 5, is creating content. Okay, and if you start, remember, you want to have at least one public post every day, whether it's a reel or whether it's a photograph and a caption or whatever it might be. You need to have a public post every single day. Okay, this coming week, we're going to start getting into content creation and what you want to keep in mind with content creation. So I think you're really going to love it. So if you spend that time at the beginning of every day, you're now setting the example for others in your team. You're setting the example and setting the foundation for you. For me, I have not been consistent at all in my social media up until now, and this is really helping me keep more on track. I'm really learning, I'm really growing. Just remember, if you feel that you have a lot to learn in social media, don't tell yourself, oh, I'm really bad at this, I don't know how. Don't speak badly to yourself. Tell yourself, I'm growing. This is my year to learn. This is my year to grow. I'm getting better every day. Remember, always speak positively to yourself and always speak in the direction that you would like to be going in. Okay, if you say, wow, I really don't know how to do this, guess what? That's the direction you're going in, and that is not a direction that you want to go in, right? It really isn't. So let me see what else I wanted to cover today, because we're getting to the end of our time. Let me just check my notes. I took a lot of notes on this training because it was also the question and answer section for the week. Okay. By the way, would you guys like to have a Q&A day where you can just come on and ask questions? If you would like that, a Q&A day, if you want to kind of know ahead of time, type a yes into the chat if you feel that that would be helpful. If you could just come on and ask questions about the assignments, about social media, about whatever questions that you have. Okay, so if you feel a social media 90-day run Q&A would be helpful, just type a yes into the chat. Okay. Chizo, good. I'm growing. I love that. Amazing. All right, so let's see. Mike, nice to see you. I know you're doing your own 90-day run. So nice to see everyone in Canada when I was there. Fantastic. All right, beautiful. So remember, everyone, you're working on your assignments, right? So your assignments this week are, you can choose level 1, level 2, or level 3. Reach out to 50 or 100 or 250 of your contacts on social media, right? Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, or LinkedIn, whatever platforms you're using, and ask them if they would be willing to help you with the 1-question survey. Okay, once they respond yes or no, don't put this on your public page. Okay, the only thing that you can do, this is a little, if you want to do this, you can. What you can do on your public page, put a little video of yourself on your public page saying, hey, I'm going to be reaching out to a lot of my social media friends to ask a survey. I'd really love it if you could help me out and just respond if I reach out to you. Okay, don't tell them what the survey question is. You're just creating curiosity, and then when you reach out to them, then they'll be expecting you, right? Because maybe they've seen your post on social media. Okay, so once they say they will do the survey, you send them the question relating to your product or your business. You can decide the question. Okay, it should be a simple to answer, one word, yes or no, or it's a this or that question. You know, which do you like better, this or that? But it has to be relating to our product or our business. And then once they respond to that survey, you wait about 24 hours, and then you ask them, you thank them for their help with the survey, and you ask them if they're open to taking a look at something that has really helped you in this area, okay, or however you want to phrase the question. Okay, so that's our training for today. Good, good, good. I love it. You guys are talking in the right direction. All right, fantastic. So we'll let you know in the Facebook page which day we'll have our Q&A, okay? And I'll just see if any of my fellow trainers want to be part of that as well. So thanks so much for joining today. We'll be back with you tomorrow. Have an awesome, awesome day. Okay, bye everybody.